right. So everything's going to go on the YouTube channel, and you can watch it, and you can talk. And this way, the sponsors get their information, they get their logos, and it's shared across the millions of people on the interweb. What I want everybody to do, it's on your agenda. It's on this slide. All we ask you to do is to take this survey, right? This is a free event, but we want to know how to make this event better. We actually care. People say, hey, we want to hear music, so we put music on. People said we want the talks on YouTube, so we put everything on YouTube. We want to make this talk, we want to make the Reston Tech Talks really interactive. It's for all of you. It's for all of you guys to learn. The first Tech Talk we had, people found new careers, they found new jobs, they posted things. So this is for everybody. So we really ask everybody to please take this survey and tell us what you think. All right? If you would like to present on the Reston Tech Talk website, there's a link to register. It's just speaker.restontechtalks.com. You fill it out. It's a Google form. And the next Reston Tech Talk, number 9, is Wednesday, February 26th. That means it's going to rain, just so you know. It's going to rain that day. Please sign up to present, and I think we have, Carrie may tell you, we have 5 or 6 presenters possible, 2 guaranteed, so we still have spot for 1, possibly maybe 2 if we squeeze them in. And who's new? Who's new here? First-timers? Oh, congratulations. Give yourself a round of applause. That's awesome. Not very exciting group. Come on, pick it up. Let's go, everybody. All right. You're here on a Tuesday night. Come on, everybody. Come on. There you go. There you go. Yeah. All right. You know, just because the ball dropped on January 1st doesn't mean you still can't celebrate, right? So this is a great year for everybody. All right. So so logistics. If you need to use the wash facilities, washrooms, you're going to go to the Spaces front lobby right there. Take a right and take your first immediate right. The bathrooms are in the hallway right behind us. We ask so people do not walk behind us over here and possibly get in front of the presenter. So that's where the facilities are if you need anything. We have 3 great talks this evening. We got Fevy talking about SEO and shoestring budget. Rebecca's talking about how HR uses technology. And Tom is talking about private multi-cloud storage story. And so those are all their LinkedIn profiles. They would love to talk to you about these things, both during the talk and after the talk. What the organization is, they have 10 minutes to give a talk. And we're really cutting that short now because that was one of our biggest feedback is the talks went too long. So you have 10 minutes to give a talk, or Hanif here is going to throw something at you. No. So you have 10 minutes to give a talk, and we have a timer, and then we're going to do about 3 minutes of questions and answers afterwards. Whatever we don't finish in that 3 minutes, you're more than happy to talk to that presenter after the talks, okay? And that's the reason why we have time built in afterwards. A lot of us go down to Founding Farmers. Make sure you validate your parking. You get 3 hours for free. Only if you go to Founding Farmers. I do not validate your parking. And then that is the whole round. After the 3 talks, we have a lightning round. The lightning round's when you can come up and talk real quickly about your company. You can say, I'm looking for a new career. I'm looking for a new job. We're looking to hire somebody, or this is just what we do. And for the lightning round, what we started doing is everyone just kind of wraps around the back over here. So this is the time you are allowed to come to the back and just wrap yourself around, come up. We're not applauding after each person because that took too long. And we're going to do a quick 10-second elevator pitch, and we pass the mic to the next person. All righty. So without further ado, Favi, please come on down. You're the first person on Price is Right. Now, let me get your slideshow here. Everybody, please give her a big round of applause, everybody. Oh yeah, that's going to be annoying. Okay, hold on 1 second. I got to fix this technical difficulty. I don't want my VPN thing to be bothering everybody. Talks amongst yourselves. Everyone holiday good? Yeah? 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 Come on, kill that thing. Hold on, hold on. hold on a second. It's so embarrassing, I have to disconnect. All right. Hey, Fevy, why don't you give you a little pitch about what your company does real quickly, and I could do this. There you go.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Fevy. I am from Wow Websites. We are an SEO company. How many people here have a website? How many people here have done SEO on their website? There you go. So my talk today is how to do SEO on a shoestring budget. But I think the correct title of that talk should be how to do SEO on a 24-karat gold shoestring budget. You know, the reason SEO is a little pricier than other marketing efforts is because it takes a lot of time. So it's time intensive, and that's the only reason. Otherwise, anyone can do it. And that's why a lot of you have probably, who here has hired an SEO company to do their SEO for them? There. So I'm here actually to help with your in-house SEO efforts. Wow Websites, we've been in the area for 2 years now. Oh, there you go.
You good?
Yes, thank you.
So I'm going to give you a quick little. That was a good blocker when I fixed my technical difficulty. So all you need to do right here is push continue, push back. If you need anything, if you need anything from me, let me know. Everyone, please give her a round of applause again. Everybody.
Thank you, Steve. Okay, so I did a little intro just now, but SEO, we've been in the area for about 2 years now, a year and 8 months to be precise. Let me give you a little background on our rankings. So we're #1 for Northern Virginia and all these locations. We also optimize for web design because SEO starts at web design. But aside from these local keywords, we're also #1 for these states. So I've been in the industry for over 12 years now. So my talk today is SEO on a shoestring budget. I'm going to start by defining what SEO is, so we all have that base definition. So SEO, here we go. So SEO is the process of optimizing your website so it's able to increase your online revenues through paid and organic search. When you optimize something, you're making it better. You're making it more efficient, you're making it more effective, and you're making it user-friendly. My definition actually includes paid search, and that's surprising to a lot of people because, you know, paid search is a different thing. But really and truly, paid search runs on an algorithm that's very similar to organic search, and that's why I've included it here. To understand SEO, you have to know all the algorithms that have been released by Google. And these are the 8 algorithms that have been released by Google. It's interesting to note that there are over 200 signals, so there's a lot. I mean, there's panda, there's penguin, there's hummingbird. You would think Google was trying to open a zoo or something. Doesn't it feel like that? So panda is about content. Penguin is about links. Hummingbird is a better understanding of user query, and so on and so forth. You don't have to remember all these algorithms. I'm an SEO expert, and I get them mixed up all the time. But it's a good thing to know that they're there and that Google is trying to make the algorithm better every single time. The most important thing to remember is that search engine algorithms try to mimic user behavior. And this is something that will make SEO very easy to understand. So a few years ago, Google noticed that users would click off a website if a website didn't load within 3 seconds. So that's 40% of users leaving websites if the website didn't load within 3 seconds. What did Google do with that information? They created the algorithm, the page speed algorithm. So every algorithm that Google releases actually mimics user behavior. So even if we're not optimizing for all the algorithms, our rankings and all our clients' rankings have steadily increased year by year, not because we've actually optimized for the search engines, but because we've optimized for users. So at the end of the day, search engine optimization is about optimizing for the users. That's the quickest way to understand what SEO does. Okay, so the most important takeaway is this. Build websites for your users. Don't build it for search engines, and don't build it for your company like a glorified brochure. Your website needs to be able to satisfy users' queries. Another thing that's really interesting is when Google came out with the content quality, which is the Panda algorithm, they were really reacting to the way users were behaving when they land on a page. When a user lands on a page and they see grammar that's all wrong, layout that's all wrong, users are clicking off. So you can really see that Google tries to mimic how users react when they land on a website. And that's what SEO is about. It's about optimizing for users. Okay, so how do you increase your rankings with a small budget? So these are the 3 foundations of SEO. It's content, links, and technical SEO. This is all you have to understand when building a website. When you're writing your content or creating your content, know what keywords you're targeting. And then integrate those keywords into your content. Don't stuff keywords into your content. Check your TF-IDF. So TF-IDF, is anyone familiar with TF-IDF? Perfect. So Google uses the same technology in their algorithm. TF-IDF stands for term frequency inverse document frequency. It's a statistic that pretty much counts how a word relates to an entire document. So when you're doing your when you're inserting keywords into your content, look at your competitors. Look at how many times they're using the keywords in their content as it relates to the entire content of the page, and make sure you don't go over that. And then integrate keywords within your site navigation. I think this is so important because not a lot of people understand it. A lot of people use services on their site navigation, but your site navigation, that's so important because that's actually anchor link text. So that's the most important link pointing to your website. So integrate your keywords within your navigation. Integrate keywords within your title, headers, and meta description. Again, you're doing all this without doing too much, without crossing over to keyword stuffing. Write a lot of quality content with EAT. EAT stands for expertise, authority, and trust. Don't just hire someone to write your content. And this is what's so important. As an expert in your field, as someone who's been in the industry for so long, users know who the experts are and those who are just copywriting for you. And I think this is what differentiates good content from so-so content. And yeah, so write content that has eat. Ensure your page satisfies users' query. So every page on your website is a landing page. And I think people forget this. It's like, let me make a website. I need this page, I need this page, I need this page. Without really thinking about, okay, what is the user looking for? I think when you understand what users are looking for, then you can create a page tailor-made for that user. And that's what SEO is about. Understand latent semantics indexing, or LSI. So LSI is knowing, did anyone watch Men in Black, the latest Men in Black? Raise your hand if you watched the latest Men in Black. So latent semantics indexing, or LSI, you know that scene where Chris Hemsworth was saying, okay, this is what happened then. And he was repeating the same thing over and over again, and he couldn't use semantics because he was just fed one story. And that was the story he kept repeating over and over again. So latent semantic indexing is him repeating that same word over and over again. When truly, when you're writing content, you can't repeat the same thing over and over again. You're actually using synonyms when you're describing something, and that makes it true. Not when you're repeating the same thing over and over again. So that's content. Content is probably the most important aspect of search engine optimization. If you are a writer, then SEO is for you. You would be amazing in SEO. Let me just check my notes and make sure that I haven't forgotten anything. Okay. Links. Okay, the second foundation of SEO is links. So a link is like a handshake, right? When you're giving a recommendation to someone, you're giving them a link. You only give links to other websites you trust, and Google understands this. So when you're linking to something or someone, you're giving them your trust. So determine local links that give your website credibility. Local links that give your website credibility are links from the chamber, links from your association. These are all, like for example, the chamber is a brand that Google recognizes. If you have a link from the chamber, it's easy for you to show up for your company name. Maybe not your keyword if you haven't done your keywords properly, but at least for your company name. Internal links are important too. So people forget that internal links are also links. Okay, my time is up. Okay, so very quickly, can I get 2 more minutes? Okay, sorry. So here, so the best way to get links is by writing quality content. If you're writing content that has eat, then people are linking to you. Ensure all your social links and directories point to your website correctly. I've seen this so many times. People are like www.mywebsite.com, and in the next social media they're writing http ://mywebsite.com. They're forgetting the www. Google reads those two domains separately, differently. So make sure you're using the same domain every single time. And then research your competitors' backlinks. If your competitor can get those backlinks, so can you. And then technical SEO. So technical SEO is just is the process where Google can index and crawl and categorize your website properly. This is so important, and this is the aspect of SEO that people often forget. Okay, and then prioritize. So how to do SEO in a shoestring budget is prioritize. If you don't know how to write, or you can't write, if you can write, then prioritize getting links. Then write all your content for your website, and then prioritize getting links. if you have a budget for press releases, for ads on paper, to pay for memberships, then prioritize practicing how to write, or at least hiring a content writer that can write under your guidance. And then if you can write and have quality links, then prioritize integrating technical SEO. And those are my tips for SEO on a shoestring budget. Okay, thank you for having me.
Awesome job. Fevi, thank you very much. There's a lot to go into SEO. I think every company realizes, or you might have to answer some questions. So every company probably realizes, you know, if you want to be found on the internet, you just don't put up a web page, right? It takes a lot of magic and a lot of work behind it. So anybody have any questions for Fevi? Anybody have any questions? Tom?
Do you have an email address you put up? Email address.
Yes.
Email is so 2002, Tom. You go to the LinkedIn, you connect to somebody, you message them, but yes, we will share that on the, I'll make sure I share it on Reston Tech Talks. All right.
My cards are also on the table, so.
All right. And anybody have any other questions for SEO? None today? All right. Everyone give a big round of applause to Fevi, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, the clicker, the magic clicker. All right. So, all right. So next up, we have Insperity. And my name's not Tim.
Tim.
All right, I gotta kill this. And show. I'm gonna kill this one. Bring up the next one. Rebecca is here from Insperity to talk to us about how HR helps drive, how technology is driven in HR. So, Rebecca, I'm going to give you the mic, and then you have the magic pointer, and then if you want to follow along, this will kind of give you kind of time. Thank you. Everyone give a round of applause to Rebecca, please, everybody.
All righty, so I just want to get a quick idea really quick, because HR can go into a lot of places, especially with technology. Can I get a hand? Can you guys hear me okay? Like, I have to put it right next to my mouth, so this is kind of, all right, so here, how many people in here own a business, even if you're independent? All righty, how many people in here are the technology gurus, love Python, R, all that kind of stuff? Like, get a big round, let me see, big hand up. Okay, so when it comes to HR and technology, we typically have two different groups that we have to pull together to bring to a CEO the results, right? The hardest part about HR technology isn't that we can't program good technology, it's how do you show a CEO what the information means? Does that make sense? So, at Insperity, I've been there for 12 years. I'm going to spend just 1 minute telling you about my background. I keep cutting myself off of the camera, and they're pushing me back. So, I have been 12 plus years at Insperity. I originally started my life working at Oak Ridge National Labs. So that was my first job in college, loved statistics, went into sales when I graduated college, made no sense. So I get into Insperity, love the HR world, love what I do, and along comes 20 years later, all this new technology. So last year, I have been put back into UVA's business analytics program where I am studying, I'm very interactive, I like to be out there with you guys, where I'm really studying the data analytics combined with an MBA. That's pretty much what this program is. The nice piece about this, my company is really supporting me. We are coming out with a lot of new data analytics tools that apply to HR. But the reason why I took this program was for one reason, and that is because most owners and CEOs do not know what the heck to do with data as it comes out of systems. Does everybody agree with me on that? Right? Does anybody think that is the biggest problem we have with data today? The users don't know how to, you can pull it out, but the owners don't know how to interpret it. So I'm going to walk you through, not a Python program, not an R program, which is not an SPSS program, which I love because it brings me back to my SAS days. But I'm going to bring you through what we would present and what needs to be presented to the owners when you are using analytics. Now, I can do a 4-hour seminar on how to use this, how to apply this to the HR world. I'm not going to teach HR today. I'm going to teach I'm going to show you some analytics that can be used with human capital. Okay? Does that sound good? And I only have, after all of that, 7 minutes and 5 seconds. So, in the world of human capital, small and medium-sized companies turn to one of 4 models. The reason why it's important to understand the model you're in is because the model like they're putting that right there, so I cannot pass that. So, that is such a good idea. So, the reason why it's important to know what model you're in is because the model defines who owns the data. And as we know from Europe right now and all their new rules and regulations that are trickling to the U.S. on what you can and cannot do with employee data, and we have the new California laws, who owns the data makes a big impact on who your vendor is. All right, so the 4 models, real quickly. We have a traditional model. In a traditional model, the employee is not in a co-employment relationship or a staffing relationship. They report directly and are owned directly by the employer, and there is no vendor that owns any of the pieces that are going to the employee. So most people in here are probably in a traditional model. That's what everybody's used to. Payrolls run under their FEIN number. All the data is owned by that company, okay? In that model, they are going to still outsource HR, but they have to know what they can and cannot transmit to vendors. Now, in the co-employment world, which means that the vendor owns certain pieces that are delivered to your employee. They don't own the employee, but they own data, and they own deliverables, which brings data. And in that world, we have a tremendous amount of flexibility on how we use data to help you analyze your companies. Why is that important? Because if I own the data, I'm liable for all those laws, not my client. And if I own the data, then I can use all of it to help analyze the trends that are going on in your company, okay? So, co-employment is a great place to be. It does not mean I own your employees. It means I own the health care going to your employees. I own the payroll delivery. So when I own those things, I can now start analyzing how trends that are going on in your company, right? So let's give some examples. And then we have a staffing world where the staffing agency owns the employee and you contract them out. I don't play in that world, but they can use this as well. We have a staffing company here, so she's already given me some questions or some thoughts to think about when we go through this. Alrighty, so this is some examples of, in the co-employment world, some things I can deliver. Now I can tell you that we're using random forest. Does anybody know what that is? When you're doing regression analysis, this is the kind of stuff that you have to do on the back end to be able to pull data out that's useful. So somebody give me some ideas really quick in the next 1 minute. What are some things you think that an HR analytic toolkit should give you? Anybody, throw it out there. I'll put an extra, if I win the lunch, I'll give it to you. Put it out there.
Changes in salary over time.
Changes in salary over time. Anything else? Turnover rate. How about turnover rate by department or turnover rate by generation? Or here's one that I'll show you in just a minute, potential retirement coming up. Now, the cool thing is that right now at UVA, and we do it in here, I'm working on a project where it's for Hilton, we're actually looking at we can now define through regression analysis, through trend analysis, who is most likely going to leave a company. That's imperative information. All right, not just on the retirement side, but on somebody who's 28 years old, has a lot of knowledge, and you want to know, what's their percentage chance of leaving? This is the cool stuff that can come out of analytics. Here's where the problem is for CEOs. You think it's way too expensive to get, right? I have to go hire a Python coder. How am I going to get this done? Well, there are companies out there that can bring it to you. Now, if you're in the co-employment world, we do that, but let's take a look at some of the results. This one right here, comparison of turnover by department, comparison of turnover by location. So as you can start to see, I can do departments and I can do locations. And there's a story that starts coming out of this. How do counts of hires in terms compare? This is a really stressed out recruiting department. Would you not say? Why? I'd want to know why. So if I'm telling a story to a CEO on how they need to fix something with HR, I need to tell it using data to help support my hypothesis. Voluntary and involuntary. How many people left for resignations with notices? Reorg. How many investors do we have in this room? Do we have any investors? Private equity, if you are looking for investors, talk this language. I do a lot in the VC world. I do a lot with private equity, and I'm telling you, this is the stuff they're asking about. If they're going to invest in your company, they want to know, what is your turnover ratios? Where are you going? How are you capitalizing on that? I mean, how are you fixing it? Is that why you want money? What is the possible employee retirement risk? Huge today. Huge, huge, huge. We've got a big group of people getting ready to retire. A lot of their knowledge goes. Why would I want this 5 years before the projected retirement time? Because I need to start taking your information and I need to start training somebody and downloading your knowledge. And that takes effort, and if you're not looking in front 5 years down the road, when they retire, it's too late. Overtime utilization. My husband and I own 2 manufacturing companies. 50-something employees. Let me tell you, daily I'm looking at this. He gets it after hours. So, honey, why are we on overtime? Really important. Okay, so I went through some of these facts really quick because I know that we only have a certain amount of time, and this is not about me selling Insperity. I really do, I mean, we got a great company, but I really do want to answer questions. Data analytics merged with human capital is the way of the future. And it can actually really point out some significant trends and help. Right now, we're at a place, oh, my time is up. One last thought I'm going to leave you with before questions and answers. As the employee fringe is going up, medical costs are going up, all the overtime's going up, right? Costs are going up. If we don't get a really good sense of how to stop the employees leaving and turnover, it's impossible to keep a good profit. So this kind of information helps lead a company to a point where they can start minimizing leakage. Because unfortunately, healthcare is going to go up regardless. Taxes are going to go up regardless. This is the one area that you can make an impact. So hopefully this helped. I had 10 minutes. It's really hard to do in 10 minutes. Is there questions?
Excellent. Everyone give a round of applause for Rebecca. All right, any follow-up questions at all? We got not a very question and answer crowd today. We do, right here.
I have to stand behind the line.
Yeah.
I have to stand back. I'm not allowed.
Okay.
Now you can move around, you just won't be in the camera.
I know.
Yeah, you mentioned something about using random forest for the predictions and stuff. So, is there?
Oh, we got technical stuff. You're going to put my UVA apps out today.
Was there any other comparison done with other models and stuff? And was there any specific reason for using random forest?
Okay, so the question is, why do we use random forest? The company that we utilize our data with uses random forest. Okay, what do I like? So I will tell you that tonight's presentation, the best, besides meeting great people, is that I was supposed to be with Dr. Abbasi at UVA giving a thing, and now I get to just submit it. So it's kind of nice, and it's on random forests and other forests that we could use. And so the regression analysis is incredibly difficult to understand. So a lot of the companies out there, they pick one, when they're selling this to like an Insperity or something, they typically use random forest, because if we use others and there's too much decision making, it's incredibly hard. You got to go into a CEO and go, here's what I think you should do. Do you like random forest? There's decision trees are really interesting, and so it gives you some. I like step analysis. I mean, there's things that I like, but our company vends this out. I'm still in college. I'm still in my MBA program, so we'll see how it goes.
Well said. Any other follow-up questions?
Any other?
All right, everyone, get please one more round of applause to Rebecca. Rebecca, thank you very much. All right, so what we didn't do yet, Fevy, you need to help us pick out the first. Constellix does buy these whopping $10 gift cards at Founding Farmers to help you buy half of your first drink there. And so what you can do, where's Fevy? Fevy. Carrie, please walk down and Fevy, pick out the first winner if you dropped your business card in the fishbowl. And if you didn't, well, you don't get a chance to win. The winner is...
I got it. David Moeller.
David...
Moeller?
David Miller?
Moeller.
Oh, no.
Is that you?
Or behind you. David... Moeller? Moeller. David Moeller. Winner, chicken dinner. Give him a round of applause. You get your Founding Farmers gift card. Yeah, don't expect to take a date there with that one. It won't go that far, unfortunately. So, all right. Next up, our last talk for the evening before we start another networking session that we have, and then our lightning round, is Tom is going to be talking about private multi-cloud storage strategy. And Tom, I'm going to bring you up over here. And there we go. All right. Here, Tom, you can grab this mic, and let me get you the clicker.
My name was Steve. Are you saying Mike? Are you Mike? No. No, I'm Steve. You're Steve. What are you doing with the mic? Nah. You're giving me the mic. Is that what are you doing? Oh, okay. Thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
All right, let me give you the clicker.
The clicker? What do I do with the clicker now?
There you go.
Click and
forward and back.
There's a red button.
And the red's the pointer. It's a laser. Do not point into anyone's eyes. You might burn their eyes out. All right? Yeah. So everyone give a round of applause to Tom. Hey! It's the final talk for this evening. And remember, right after this, then Rebecca is going to pick out the fishbowl winner.
Oh, it works.
And then we will then go to the lightning round, and then we're going to have one more fishbowl winner, and then we go to our final networking session, then we end it for the evening. So, all right, Tom, take it away.
Come over here. No, I'm on the side. You don't want to come over here? No. He doesn't want to come over here. Big round of applause for Stephen. Thank you for listening.
Use the mic. You're going to want the mic.
What?
You're going to want the mic.
I'm going to want the mic.
You're going to want the mic.
Going to want the mic.
Yeah.
Going to want the mic. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello. My name's Tom. So, hi, Tom. Hi. This is my second Reston Tech Talks. Steve asked me to come over here. Sorry about that.
You could stand anywhere you want. It just won't be seen in the camera, which is fine. You could walk all the way down to the crowd, interact.
They don't want to interact with me. Why would they do that?
It's a quiet crowd tonight. It's a quiet crowd tonight. It's a quiet crowd tonight.
It's a quiet crowd. We'll fix that.
All right.
All right. Any Aussies in the room? Any Aussies? No. Does anyone know any Aussies? Except for me. Anyone else? Who? Sorry about that, mate. Sorry. You're a what? You work for an Aussie-based company. Out of where? Sydney? Perth? Oh, nice. You should get over there. It's real nice. They have nice beer over there, you know. Excellent. So, managing your data in a multi-cloud world. Who cares about this? Anyone? No. Oh, you do. That guy over there with the nice blue sport coat. What's your name? Will. Okay, great. Sit down, please. All right. Yeah, sit down. Find a chair. Sit down. There's one over there. Okay, good. So, Carly, are you here? Carly? Hi. Can you come up here? Is that all right? Is that right? You come up. Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything bad. He's right over there. He'll protect you. All right. Okay, ready? Now, this is Carly from Connecticut. Say hi, Carly. Hi, Carly. Okay, great. Now, everyone, please stand up. Stand up. All right. Okay, great. Now, everyone turn around like this. All right. Oh, please. There's a prize, by the way. There's a prize. Okay, right. Everyone turn around like this. Okay. Okay. And now, Carly, get your camera ready, okay? This is the fun part, right? This is the fun part. Okay, ready? Everyone do what I do. Everybody say, private multi-cloud storage. There's a prize. Come on. Let's do it. Private multi-cloud storage. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, we're done. That's it. No, okay, right. All right, so anyway, that was fun. Just kind of warmed up. It's good to move around, to a little walk around like this. Okay, right. So anyway, so I'm Tom, Director of Cloud Services. We have a little company that we put together to help manage your data in a multi-cloud world. So who's using any of those clouds up there? Anyone? Is anyone using more than one cloud that's up there? Oh, all right. Anyone using Pega Cloud? Oops, golly, look at this thing. I messed it up, didn't I? Look at that. Wait, I have to fix it. Okay, anyway, that's that. So we have people using one cloud, we have people using multi-cloud, and ultimately, who cares about managing where their data lives? Anyone? Do you care about where your data lives? Does anybody care where their data lives? Do you care? Why do you care? A lot of your data can't reside. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. If you're in Europe, you got this GDPR thing going on, right? You have to keep your data in country. Okay, Canada, keep it over there. Sir? There's a big difference in cost. Big difference in cost. All right. You're on Amazon, obviously, right? No. Oh, you're not. You're what? Google. Google. Oh, Google. All right. Good. Okay, so that's that. So now, do I click the clicker? Is that what I do? Okay, click. Okay, are there any storage admins in the room? Any storage admins? No storage admins. Okay, well that's good. Are there people that find it difficult to get the right sort of storage for the data in their office, right? They don't have enough room, it doesn't work fast enough, their application's time out, it doesn't work well. Anyone having those problems? Really? All right, I better go home soon. Anyway, so when you talk to the guys that are managing storage on your enterprise network, they'll typically come up with these kinds of things. Firstly, oh, I did it again, didn't I? Look at that. I did it again. All right, so I'll try not to do that again. Usually the storage people that are managing all your storage, where all the data is stored, mostly say these things. I wish people would stop calling me, because people are calling them saying, I want more storage, I'm trying to get my data from here to there, and it doesn't work. And then the people that go to cloud are just saying these things. Where's my data and why does it cost so much? I think Sir over there said that, right? Okay, good. Well, and then the guy here is in the middle. This could be like a business owner or somebody who's like, oh my gosh, what do I do now? I've got these problems, I've got these problems, I'm kind of stuck in the middle, I have to try and figure out what to do. Are there any people in the room that feel like they're this guy? Really? All right. Okay, well then I'll hit the next slide. So what we want to talk about now is talking about, does anyone care about where your data lives and they don't want to be locked into a cloud or anything else? Does anyone care about those things? Sir, you guys, are you any of you guys cloud people or not? Not really. He's a cloud people. And ma'am in the back, sir. Anyone else? There's a prize. Remember, there's a prize. There's a prize. Okay. All right. Okay, good. What our thing does is it helps you stay in control of where your data lives. So what it basically is it's software that we install in these very nice little servers like this one, or like this nice little tower server like this. And this is a little bit technical, so I won't bother to stay on this for too long. But in any case, it allows you to put your data on a private storage server that's rather flexible and very high performance, and you can manage it very easily, even with a mobile app. Okay, so does anyone care about that? Still not, probably, no. Do you care a little bit? He cares a little bit. This is my one supporter in the room. I'm going to get this guy afterwards because I think I can sell him stuff, so that's that, you know. And if he doesn't, we'll take him out the back and all that, you know. Anyway. So that's it. So where can I use it? Where can I use it? Okay, you can use it on premise. And is there anyone here that's in IT that's managing enterprise data networks or enterprise architecture or anything like that? Any enterprise architects here? Sir over there, look at you. Prize is coming up for you. All right, good. Anyone else? No enterprise? Does anyone care how their enterprise services work or their apps, how the apps run? Does anyone have apps that run slowly? Stuff that you open up on your computer, it doesn't run good at work? Yes, look at him. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, good. So the idea here is that most enterprises, they'll have, you know, sort of a primary campus file share, and if they're a large business, a large outfit like there was MAM up here that was with the Department of Energy labs, I think one of the labs or something like that. They have all these little buildings, right? So all these buildings are connected to the main campus office through some sort of a network, and they have and so they could possibly have, you know, storage in their little building. That's great. So that's fine. So it's on premise, it's in your office, in your own data center, and what have you. So what is the multi-cloud thing all about? Well, this is it right here. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of people that use these different clouds. Some use more than one, some use one at a time. And what we do is we have these same little storage servers that you can put in your office or in your wherever that is. You can also, we also have those in our little data center down in Ashburn at Equinix. Does anyone know Equinix? Does anyone know what that is? Got a couple there, got a couple. Very good, very good. Okay, and as you can see here, the idea is that you can put your data right here on this private little box right here, and you can connect it to whatever you like, because that's what the nice thing about Equinix, it allows you to connect your data set to whatever you like. Okay, and it's over at Ashburn, which is just right down the road. And this is how it actually works, right? So this is a little Google map thingy about what we call Data Center Alley. Has anyone heard of Data Center Alley before? Yeah, good, man, that's good. Good. Okay, so does everybody know where Ashburn is? It's sort of that way, I think, is it? Out west, okay, very good. Okay, so we're in Reston. Is this Reston? Reston Tech Talks. Now I get it. Finally, I get it. Okay, and so this little thing, Ashburn here, is located right there on the East Coast in North Virginia. And as some of you may know, about 70% of US internet traffic actually flies around through this place, right? Because Equinix and this Ashburn area was set up as a way for all these internet service providers and cloud providers to interconnect, which is rather nice because they have to, right? If you've got a server sitting on Verizon or Level 3 or a different ISP backbone, you have to interconnect these backbones somewhere. And what they do is they do it here on the East Coast, and they do it in, where's the one in the West Coast? Probably San Francisco, LA or something, right?
It's Palo Alto.
Palo Alto, okay, in the Bay Area. Okay, very good. Yeah, so you have, because obviously you want to, if you're here on the West Coast, you want to be connecting to things that are over here in Asia and all those kinds of places, right? And so where we put these little storage servers is in a data center that's sitting right here in one of the Equinix data centers, and then what we do is we have these nice fiber optic connections that connect to all these certain cloud. Now this is just sort of representation. This is not exactly where these guys are, but it sort of shows you that we're sitting right here in the middle of all these cloud providers and all that stuff. So we're sitting right next door to them, right? We're kind of like neighbors. Great, so now what? Does anyone still care, or are you all asleep? No? Does anyone still care? Nobody cares? Okay, the rest of you just go home. Please go home, get out of here. No, I'm trying to sort of, so now what? There's a thing we can do here called unified storage. So we talked about doing this thing here on premise in your office or wherever that is. Could be a boat or a plane or, you know, whatever that is. You can now do this thing with our Ashburn, Virginia right now. We're adding some more sites here over time in different cities. But the idea is that you can now create what we call unified storage fabric. Unified storage fabric. Can anyone say unified storage fabric? Very good. Very good. Prizes coming, all right? So the idea is that you use our little servers here to run in your office. You connect it over some sort of a wide area network connection, whatever that is, right? It could be the internet, could be IPsec tunnel, could be something, right? And then we have the same box here. So these boxes can talk to, oops, I did it again. We got to get a different clicker. I hate this clicker. All right. Well, great clicker. That's a great clicker. I hate the clicker. That's a great clicker. I don't hate you, Steve. I just hate the clicker. It's a great clicker. It's a great clicker. What's that? Put it in the survey. I'll put it. Who said that? Okay, special prize for you. Okay, come and see me afterwards, please. All right. So this is Unified Storage Fabric. Okay, so does anyone think that this makes sense? I mean, I think it makes sense. This is why I built it. But the idea is that you can have all your data here privately on a box that you can actually know where it is. Same thing here. You can have your data here on a box where you also know where it is, because in this case, this box is in Ashburn. Okay? But you can connect your data to any single cloud or more than one cloud, because you just basically set up a file share. Like who has a file share on the computer? Like you say, hey, it's over to my S drive or my Z drive at the office. Does anyone have those? Or am I way out of date again? They have them. They have them. Okay, good. So basically the idea is that you can keep your data here at your office here, and you can also keep it sitting right next to the clouds, but not actually in the cloud. All right, does this make sense to anyone? Does anyone care? I think you care. You care, and I think there's a couple others. All right. And so the question now is, how do I get, who wants to get private multi-cloud storage? Is there anyone in the room that has an interest in getting it or trying it out? Anyone? No one. I've done not a very good job, have I? It's not very good, is it? Do you think I should just leave or what? I mean, leave, I don't know. Anyway, if you are interested in getting your very own private multi-cloud storage, what do? You call me and have a chat. And if it's a good chat, we'll have lunch. And then you can have me meet your cloud people, but if you're not a cloud people yet, we can make you into a cloud people, okay? So don't worry about that. We can do a POC and we can have a beer if it works well. All right? And then if it really works very well and the beer goes well, then you can get your own thing and we'll help you set it up. Are there any questions? Any questions? Sir?
All right, hold on. Let me bring over the mic. Everyone first give Tom a round of applause, everybody.
Hey, thanks a lot, Tom. It looks pretty cool. Is there anyone else doing this?
Oh, wait, I still talk? Okay, yeah. What's up?
Is there anyone else doing this?
Is there anyone else doing what?
And do you venture backed?
The little dance or what? The little...
No, so anyone else offering a private cloud, sharing it to the public cloud solution?
No, you didn't say it right. Private multi-cloud storage. Come on. Private multi-cloud storage. Thank you. Yes, there are other people doing it. Are they doing it as well as we are? Who knows? But it's a multi-billion-dollar market, and we just want a little piece of it. And by the way, we have nice people, not me, but we have nice people that will help you. So yeah. Does that answer your question? Oh, great. Any other questions?
Any other questions for Tom this evening?
Questions? No questions.
Anybody? All right, I'm going to get a round of applause, please. All right, thank you very much, Tom. All right, so Rebecca is going to be the next one to pick the next huge Founding Farmers gift card winner. Rebecca, please find Carrie. Drum roll, please. Rebecca left. Okay, so her colleague.
Michael Bean.
Michael.
There we go.
Bean. There you go. I'm going to get a round of applause for Michael. Okay. So, does anyone wanting to do the lightning round of our Reston Tech Talk number 8, please come on back right now, and we will start that process up. And this is your time to talk about anything you'd like to. You get about a 5-10 second pitch. We have 1. We have 2. We have 3. We have 4. We have 5. We have 6. They're coming. They're coming. They're coming. And by the way, this gives me a time to tell everybody to please fill out the darn survey, right? Just fill out the survey. That's all I ask you to do is fill out a survey, people. It actually works this time. 3 months ago, it didn't work. Only one person noticed. One person tried, and it failed. All right, so we're going to start right now.
Hi, I work for a nonprofit in Washington, D.C. called Opportunity at Work, and our mission is to match people without 4-year degrees but training and certifications into entry-level jobs. And so my ask today is if you hire entry-level IT support or help desk professionals, I'd love to talk to you or get a referral if you know anybody that does that kind of hiring. Thank you.
Hi,
Hi, my name is Alex McMillan, and I'm with a cybersecurity company called Opaque, but I'm up here to promote our event tomorrow, which is Wine Wednesday, which will be at Founding Farmers next door from 5 to 8. Hope to see you all there.
Thanks so much. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. My name is Kevin Lerner. I'm a presentation specialist. Presentations. How many of you sit through a presentation in the last week? A lot of you. So what if you could make them better? What if they would be more compelling? What if you could sell more, say more, do more just through your presentation? Come see me. We got a great brand new year discount. Things are a little quiet, trying to stir things up. If you gave a presentation today, I got a 50% discount for you through the month of January. So I'd love to help out with your presentations, presentation design and training. And also, if any of your company is hiring, my partner Rudy is looking for a better job. So come up, see me, and get Rudy hired and out of my hair about finding a better job for him. Thanks so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Minetta Miner, and I'm with Syndicates NACON. So we help companies with their staffing, training, and recruiting needs. So if you're a growing company and looking for great talent and workforce development, and you are also someone looking for a new opportunity, please come see me. Minetta Miner, Syndicates NACON.
Hi, my name is Paul Susi. I work for a company called Secured Network Solutions. We're a cable infrastructure provider. We do data center work mostly, but we also build offices, new offices. If you have workstations that need cabling, Polycom phones, any AV stuff like that, we will provide it for you at a very reasonable cost and pretty good people to work with.
Hi, I'm John. I do iOS development using the Swift programming language, and I just like to meet other people if there's anyone that does exist, because virtually no one does it. I'd like to meet you and we could chat. That's all. Thanks.
Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Finn.
And we're founders at Beachgoer. We are a e-commerce company that uses proprietary software to track over 30 million pieces of retail data and leverage AI to make profitable purchase decisions. We're here to network and connect with other entrepreneurs from the area.
Hi, my name's Robert Mecklin, webdesigns.net. Looking for freelancers who are either web designers or a lot of marketing and SEO. We're looking for more of that. So pretty simple, webdesigns.net. See me.
Hi, good evening. Good evening, everyone. I work for a cybersecurity company called Cumulus. That's QMULOS, and we are actively hiring. We've been growing the past year, and we're looking for IT consultant. If you have good experience with Splunk, we like that as well. And also, we're also looking for a full stack engineer for our development. We're in IT compliance, risk compliance, and audit kind of field of cybersecurity. So we do a lot of consulting and also have our own application as well. All right, thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Christina Nian from Rhythmic Technologies, and just on behalf of that, thanks for all coming out here. It rains every freaking time he does one of these, so he is very true that it's going to rain in February, for sure. I'm also a co-host of Wine Tech Wednesday, or Wine Wednesday Tech Networking event. That's tomorrow night at Founding Farmers right down the street at 5:30, or 5 o'clock actually. 5 o'clock, tomorrow night, Wine Wednesday Tech Networking event. Also, if you live in Loudoun County and you're a technologist, I would love to talk to you. I'm building some things out there in Loudoun County, and I would just love to have a conversation. Thank you.
All right, everyone give a round of applause to all of the lightning round people. All right, I got one more gift card. Tom, Carrie, please come on down and pick out the big, the Whomping Founding Farmers gift card. And then we actually are ending on time today, so we do have time to network and hang out over here. And then around 7:30, we're all going to walk down to Founding Farmers for additional networking and drinks and food, and make sure you validate your parking. And All right, Carrie. Tom, you can walk up. You can meet Carrie halfway, or you can make Carrie walk the whole way, whichever you prefer. All right. So the last right there.
Oh, right here.
Tom, I'm going to fire you from this in about 1 minute. Go.
I don't work for you, man. I don't work for you.
All you got to do is pick a card, Tom. Pick a card.
Yeah. And what do I do?
All right, now we're going to read it. Who is it?
Mr. Samuel Steele.
Samuel Steele. Come on down. All right. Winner. All right. So, last departing words for the evening. If you do have any trash, please throw it away. If there's any sandwiches, please take them in your pockets as you walk out. We don't want any leftover food. Thank you, everybody, for attending this evening. We'll see everybody in February. Welcome. Good night. Happy 2020. Thank you, everybody.